My video for January the 6th, 2019 is video number 2957, and the title is Born Free, Enslaved from Infancy. Many people around the world are waking up to the fact that something sinister happened at some point in human history. For generations, babies have been born human, and a certificate of live birth was signed by the doctor who delivered us. Then the state, a legal fiction, stepped in and deceived our parents. It was all part of a process based on the ignorance of who and what we actually are. I cannot fathom the idea that this was the plan of any loving creator. On the contrary, it was a deception of fallen angels that hijacked at least part of creation. Most likely, even the angels were free at creation until one or more rebelled against Creator God. I can neither verify nor deny that this is true. Like all other thinking people, I can only question what I was told and taught within the culture of my birth. And I have been questioning since my youth. I know this: I am not a corporation, a legal fiction. I detest deception in whatever form it takes, realizing that the fraud is both massive and all-encompassing. With all my heart and soul, I want to live in truth. I want to love everyone regardless of race, religion, or nationality. I am a dreamer, and my dream is for all of humanity to be free at last, born again into a new world based on principles of cooperation. It may sound to some like a broken record because these are issues that I have been wrestling with for a long time, and I have made numerous videos approaching it from different angles that come to mind and trying my best to free myself and to awaken as many as possible so that we can all free ourselves from the clutches of deception. And I'm making deception now to be something not that's a personal thing, that there's some being involved at all, but deception as in the ability to discern fact from fiction, truth and reality from things that don't even make sense. I really have been trying to come up with some way of awakening more within myself, of getting the codons that I believe were turned off so that I can do things that apparently people in the past were able to do. And I'd like to be able to dematerialize and rematerialize in another dimension like they do, like Spock and others did on Star Trek. I'd like to be able to awaken the gifts within me so that I'd have the gift of healing. I'd love to be able to go around and just be able to say words or even gaze or somehow convey healing to people so that they could be free from all of the pain and suffering that is the result of living on a planet that is purposely being contaminated at every level. As I've said, water, air, even the food we eat is genetically modified so that the nutrient value is diminished, if not totally eradicated. You know, we need to come to the realization that something very, very wrong is going on planet Earth, and the internet has allowed us to awaken to that. And yes, the TVs and a lot of the media that we are so familiar with and that is most common, that is still part of the deception. It is pushing an agenda of mind control and enslaving the majority of humanity, and only allowing a very small segment to be free. But can any be free if all aren't free? That's the question that I keep coming back to myself. How can I be free if I live in a world where people are not free? I don't seek freedom for Caucasians or Negroes or Asians or North Americans or Native Americans or any subdivision of humanity. They're all meaningless. We're still human. We still breathe the same air. We still require water for our bodies to live. We still require food to sustain ourselves. Now, I know there are always the rare exceptions of people that are breatharians or whatever and are able to survive on things that most of us would not even consider trying to survive. You know, gaining our sustenance from air, and the air is polluted. I mean, give me a break. But something has to give. I'd like to see, as I keep saying, truth become dominant instead of lies. I'd like to see love become the religion, if you will. But religion itself is a word that means to bind. So the spirituality of love, I'd like to see that permeate people of all faiths and all doctrines and all subdivisions of humanity. I'd like to see us all come to a place where we could sit down at a table collectively and figuratively, of course, where we could put all the cards, or have all the cards laid before us, and say, what do you want? Do you want to keep living the way that you've been living? Do you want to keep living with the most deceptive and the most impoverished beings in charge? I mean, the people that are supposed to be the elite are impoverished. They are convinced that they need to get their substance from killing infants and drinking blood and other insane stuff. Now, I'd like to see life beget life, but death also begets death. And we're living on a planet that is based on death, not life. We live on a planet where everything is kill, 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 kill. How can we transcend the physical reality without giving up the physical body? Now you say, Ron, that's a contradiction in terms. You want to transcend physicalness, but stay physical. Yes, I would. I really would. And I don't think that's an impossible dream. Although it may seem impossible, as long as things keep going the way they've been going, and as long as those that have been in control and the ideas that have controlled them, the idea of lack, the idea that money somehow empowers people to be better than other people. There's so many lies, so many deceptions. And I don't know all of the answers, but I do know the one answer that is central, and that is truth has to be told. Whether it pisses us off or not, we have to know the truth. And to me, the truth is that we have greater potential than we realize we have. And if only we could get through the lies and cut through all of the BS that has been dumped on us mentally and spiritually for a long time, we could literally be free at last. And that's what I want for you, for me, and for everyone, regardless of race or creed or culture. Thank you for listening, and namaste.